Um, I'm Kanin. I don't want to share my real name. Sorry about that. And my first story is called "Waking Up," an original story I wrote, I think, last year when I was in a group of amateur writers. And I think you're gonna like it, hate it, I don't know. So that so I'm gonna start. Okay. While sleeping, I sense an unknown smell. What am I smelling? Smells like peaches. I know I don't have that kind of air freshener. I opened my eyes. I looked up to the ceiling. White ceiling with white ceiling were glued for a certain floor system. There are some stars, the moon, the planets. Where am I? No, I'm not home. I hear a little girl's voice. Hey, wake up. Join me for tea, the girl said. I got up and looked around, and I'm not home at all. Dolls and teddy bears and dollhouses. I look at her. She was about 7 or 8 years old, brown hair with hazel eyes. Her hair was tied with a long braid. She was wearing a green dress and with yellow spots. I never seen this girl in my life, let alone wake up in her bedroom on her bed. Come and sit with me, she said with a sweet childish voice. I'm fine right here, thank you very much. Where am I? Who are you? What do you mean? What do you mean who I am? I know you're funny, but that's hilarious. Little girl, listen to me. I have no idea how I got here nor who you are, and now I'm leaving. Have a nice tea time. I walked to the door. I grabbed the door handle. It was locked. Can't get out. Started to bang on the door. Someone unlocked the door. Someone would unlock the door eventually. Hey, anyone there? Get me out of there, please. I started to bang on the door. Suddenly, the handle moved. Someone from the other side was trying to get out inside without a key or a door unlocking. It was a grown version of little girl in the room, so much alike. She also had a brown hair and hazel eyes. Unlike her daughter, she had a messy pixie cut. She had black jeans and dark blue shirt. Before she could say anything, I started to defend myself. Please, don't call the cops. I have no idea how I got here, and I don't know the girl, and I haven't done anything. Mom started looking in my eyes. She turned to her daughter. Emma, how could you? She looked at her daughter. I froze. She could call the cops on me and end up in jail. And I think I don't and I think they don't do the nice things to the offenders when the victim is a child. Emma, I watched this yesterday. How do you make it this? How do you make it the dirty so quickly? Wait, what? I froze. She was looking into my eyes. I could see her irises. All she said is about dirty clothes. I'm sorry, mom. She apologized to her. Oh, okay, we'll wash it again. But if you make it dirty again, you're gonna wash it yourself. Got it, young lady? Yes, mom. Now wash your hands and come to lunch, mom said. Emma stood up and started to walk to the bathroom. I felt like a rope down, tied around my waist was pulling towards her, like a gravitational field. I stood while she washed her hands, dried up her hands and headed towards the dining table. A strong force was pulling me near Emma. I couldn't get away, so where she goes, I go. She sat on the dining table. I heard another female voice from the kitchen. Lucy, honey, is that you? Did you get Emma? I'm here, mommy. Lucy and Emma sat on the table waiting for lunch. From the kitchen comes a blonde, slender woman with green eyes and same braided hairstyle as Emma bringing the lunch. Honey, this looks delicious. What is it? Lucy asked. Sorry, no telling. You have to try it and tell me if you like it. Lucy tried a minute and her taste buds got blessed. This is really good, Olivia. Emma, you have to try this, she encouraged her. Oh, looks nasty. Don't judge book by its cover, Emma. Even the ugliest shells may contain something beautiful. Emma then looked to the fork and picked a small amount of the food. She smelled it first. What is it? Try it, Olivia encouraged her. Emma put a small amount of food in her mouth. She was amazed. How does something so icky can be so delicious? Emma thought to herself. When she looked at me and still have no idea how I got here, and why I'm here with this little girl, only she can see me. Suddenly, I felt a hand on my shoulder. The room I was, it was gone. Now I'm in a white space. Not Nothing to see but all white all around. Then a figure which was known to me approached me. Hello, the figure said to me. No, no, no. It can't be you. I felt shocked to the appearance. I'm not that person. I took this form only to be more comfortable when speaking to you. The white space disappeared. It was a place. In its place, my old room appeared, which I haven't seen for a very long time. Who are you? What do you want with me? And why we're torturing with people and places I know? The person whose figure took a shape of a girl I loved while growing up, and she loved me. She opened the window from the room I pointed and said, "Look through it." I looked up and can't believe it. It was me, lying on the street covered in blood. People around me, screaming and panicking. Wait, wait, it can't be. If I'm there, how am I here? When people pass their consciousness, they leave their body. They leave the body. It can go to heaven or hell or even in purgatory. So where am I exactly? We call this the unawake plane. Plane of existence where you're not dead or alive, you're not dead yet, and you are not alive either. As long as as you know, as deep level coma. The place you woke up was your task. You are her imaginary friend. Say it again. Imaginary friend. Are you freaking serious? The figure snapped and another person appeared. It was a humanoid raccoon with black and white strip with two lightning rods crossed and the letter X with a black eye patch. What the hell is this? I was shocked seeing that person look so familiar. The raccoon started to yell around me. How the hell did you forget about me? I was there when you were alone. I was there when your parents argued and no one and one of them left. You confide to me for anything. No, 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 no. You can't. It can be. Blazing Tales? Is that really you? Yeah. Who do you think it was? You forgot about me, haven't you? Haven't seen a long time, isn't it? Let me explain how this person tried to explain very simple words. You're in a coma, and if you want to get out, you need to keep that little girl happy. She's the only one who can see you. What about the force pulling towards her? You can't escape that. Whatever she goes, you go. Like gravity. But when she outgrown you, you'll be free. That happened to me with you. You grow up and forgot about me. Time is short here. Need to go and have adventure on the alien planet with the brave space cowboy. Good to see you again, Blazing Tales. Good to see you too, Quick Rat. The raccoon answered and disappeared. Now, tell me how this stuff works. Uh, if she is the only one who can see me, how can I make her happy? Yes, you're part of her imagination. Whatever you wish, whatever she wishes, you can do it. But she's the only one she can see. But there are a set of rules you must follow. Never make her something to cheer her up. You must She must ask you personally. Never invade her dreams or cause her nightmares. Always encourage her to spread her imagination. Well, how do you make the wishes come true? Just snap your fingers whatever wishes in front of you. In the limits of summoning, just follow the rules and you'll be fine. I will return you to Emma as soon as you make her happy. Thank you. Uh, I wasn't happy in my childhood, and it doesn't mean anyone else shouldn't be. All right, I'll try to return to Emma. I'll get a hang of this. Of course. I snapped my fingers and returned to the same moment I left. I saw Emma happy, laughing and being happy with her family. I intended to make her even happier. As the years passed, the grip of the ring loosened. She was outgrown me, started to have friends, even found someone she likes. As for me, I woke up from 10 months of coma. After recovery, I went back to work. Middle girls were so familiar to me, I can't put a finger on it. It's like deja vu within a deja vu. Uh, but all is well. She said her name was Emma. She was a toy designer. After a while, she showed me pictures of me ideas of toys. One of those was a humanoid raccoon with a black and white strip with two lightning bolts, and a leather Rex with a black eye patch. I can't figure a name on this one, she said without looking at her drawing. This was so familiar to me. Why so familiar? Then it hit me. Why do you, what do you think about blazing tails? I like it, but we have to remove something uh, uh, if it picks for production. Maybe we should leave the original design, not changing anything. It gives a character it gives character to a toy. All right, but no promises. You have no idea how picky toy companies are. We dated a while, and after a while, we decided to get married. Our twins came soon after. Decide sometimes I hear them talking to someone other than themselves, like having an imaginary friend. That's it.
Um, I have a little piece of advice with reading.
Yeah, I know.
If you go a little bit
This is not giving
slower,
you. Okay.
it gives you a chance to read ahead a little bit, and
Yeah. Sorry about that.
that's all right.
Is there a way to mute the stream that's playing in the background, or is that just me?
The stream that's
That's
playing
just
in the
me.
background.
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm an idiot. Yes, there is a way to mute the stream that's playing in the background. Turn it off. I'm an
Or
idiot.
mute the tab, and that way you can still get the points for being in the stream, even though we don't have a point system. But just for future reference.
Yeah, if you mute a live stream directly, then you are no longer counted as a viewer. But if you use the mute tab function, you are still counted as a viewer.
Right.
Yeah, little life hacks.
Uh,
That's why I used to have
I
like
thought it was
multiple
coming over
different
somebody's
streams
microphone. I'm an
open.
idiot.
I used to have multiple streams open and just have them all tab muted, so I could get points for being in all of
yeah.
Okay.
them.
Nice.
Kanan, you said you had a couple to read, didn't you?
Yes. The second one is called The Promise. The second one is called The Promise. This is a shorter one. Shorter one. Uh, okay, I'm gonna start. The old man sitting on the bench in the park for 30 years, every day, waiting for her to return. He knows her. She promised him. As she never breaks promises. An old gentleman impeccably dressed. A style for today's standards would be retro, but for him was fashion. A box of chocolate and a bouquet of flowers was sitting and waiting. One day, the same ritual he was doing for 30 years, someone else was sitting at the same spot where he sits. He looks at her from afar, but never stopped until he came. He approached her, a young woman around 30s, in her early 30s. "Day, young lady. Day. Can I sit next to you?" "Of course." He looked at her. Something familiar. The face, the eyes. He put the box of chocolate and bouquet on a bench. "Waiting for someone?" "Yes, young lady. She would never break her promise to me. I know her. It has been 30 years. There's a long time someone to wait. No, 30 years ago we split up. We have gone our own way, but we made a promise to each other. We- I will meet her again. If I don't, we share this little trinket. If one of us is gone, to return the other half to the other one. For 30 years, I haven't received anything. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me all this? I'm a stranger. Because it doesn't matter. I have no one else to talk to. Four walls and a roof at my home. I don't care if you listen to me or not. I just want someone to talk to." The young woman checked her cell phone. "I need to go. Nice talking to you." "Same here, young lady." She got up and left the old man alone again. Suddenly he noticed a small paper bag in the spot where the girl was sitting. He started calling her, but already she was too far away to hear him. His curiosity got the better of him. He opened the bag. Inside a little wooden box with, with a small needle to keep it locked. He pulled the needle and opened the box. He couldn't believe his eyes. Inside it was the other part of the trinket he kept for 30 years. A little pendant with his picture. He pulled his part of the pendant with a picture of her and the needle he joined the pieces to become one. You kept your promise. I knew you would, he told himself. After all these years, we're together. We're so linked. Now it's your turn to wait for me. Uh, But don't worry, it won't be that long. Hold on. What do you think? Bad? Good?
Oh, I think
Interesting.
very what's the word? It's very um sweet in a way. They still have kept a promise to each other. I'm a bit of a romantic like that, so
I am curious if you're writing these in English or you're writing them in your language, then translating them.
Well, this three I wrote directly in English. I have some language, some stories in my language, but I need to translate them.
Hmm.
So it might take a while.
Yeah. Did you
that's
have?
impressive. So
Oh, go on.
that's quite impressive the way you're translating. You're from your native language to English. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's always difficult to write in a second language.
Hmm.
It's-
Especially if you're not native speaker.
yeah.
Well, my alphabet is Cyrillic alphabet, so it's a little bit jumbled up.
Hmm.
So it's not that it's a little bit, how should I say, strange. It's fun to write in English,
Hmm.
Hmm.
directly to English, not translate, not to translate.
You had
Okay,
one more, didn't you?
yes, the last one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, the last one is vows renewed and promises kept. The old woman sat down on the bus, waiting for the bus to come. At the stop, there were other people, so she was not alone. The bus came, and the people got in, and some people got off. Normal as usual. That was the whole day for the old woman, sitting at the bus stop waiting for the bus. But no bus was her bus. One day, a bus driver got off to change with one of his colleagues because his shift was ended. He got off the bus, explained the shift to his coworker, uh, so he went to his route. On the bus, there was a long bench covered to protect from the elements. He saw the old lady noticing her right away. Hello there, he said to a cheery tone. May I sit here? He asked. Yes, of course. The old lady raised her face with nice genuine smile. I know you, the woman said. You're the bus driver is taking passengers early in the morning. You're always smiling and always precise with time. Yes, I am. And you're the old lady who waits on the bus and never gets on one. Why is that? He thought a moment. Maybe I should have asked that. You're thinking, maybe I should have not asked that. She started to talk with a smile on her face. Quite all right, old man. I'm not waiting to a bus to get on the bus. I'm waiting someone to get off. Really? Asked with curiosity. Who are you waiting for? Someone I made promised to. I will wait for him on the bus until he gets off. The old woman pulls out a letter and gives to the old man to read it. Dear beloved, if you read this letter, that means I will be home soon. I will keep your promise as I I hope you'll keep your promise as I keep mine. To wait for me at the bus stop where you sent me off on that fateful day. I don't know when I will return, but please don't break your promise and wait for me. Our love and bond is strong and nothing can sever it. You are making me the happiest person in this dark, cruel, and decrepit world, giving me hope for another day. Can't wait for the day I hold you on in my arms, my beloved, until we're together. Wait for me. Yours until end of times. The man was, the man was not sure about the letter. Are you sure this one person waiting for? Yes, the old man said to him. I keep this letter for almost 70 years. When the one I'm waiting for get off, I will get on. I see. And I hope you'll find the person that tell you waiting so long. Bus driver came and he got waving goodbye to the old woman sitting at the stop. And the next day he saw her again sitting and waiting. And, and the day after and after. Every morning she was there, sitting and waiting. Time has passed since their conversation. One day, the bus driver passing through and the stop where the old lady chatted some time ago. The surprise, all his surprise, she wasn't there. A vacant spot in the place where the old woman gave the bus driver to read the letter a little while ago. When the shift ended and his co-worker is about to take it, he said to him, "You have a letter, an old-time envelope with wax sealing." He took the envelope and on the back it was written, "Read it read it at home." He went home. He opened the envelope. Inside there was a letter, a picture, a couple of front of the same bus. On the same bus, the bus driver was driving. He uh, he started to read the letter. "If you're reading this, that means I got on the bus. Thank you for listening, an old bubbling woman. Now I can travel the place where my beloved got off, and be with him for end of times." Inside the envelope there's a key to the box in the bank. I would like to take it and donate to the museum. And don't worry about them letting you if you're not part of the family. Just show them the envelope. And thank you. And the next day the bus driver went to the bank and showed them the envelope with a seal on it. They led him right to the safes. He found the old box number which matched with the key. He opened the box and couldn't believe his eyes. Two uniforms for World War one male and one female, but the vision was unknown to him. As promised, he took them to the museum. The curator was examining the uniforms, and he said it was made of elite ghost division during World War One that no one has ever heard of. The museum offered a large sum of money to buy out the uniforms. They were rare and one of a kind. And as for the bus driver, he took the half of the money and the other half donated to the veterans who fought and died for the ambitions of others.